What's up, guys? Bracketology. This one's on the New Mexico Lobos, the Mountain West champions who knocked off San Diego State today. Beat them by 64 to 58. San Diego State, a very, very tough team who I've done a bracketology video on. San Diego State was ranked number 8 in the nation coming into this week. New Mexico, they played 3 times this year. New Mexico beat them twice, 2-1 against San Diego State. New Mexico has a record of 27-6. Coming into the week, they were AP number 20, RPI number 18. Some of their best wins out of conference, they beat Cincy by 9, who's one of the best teams, RPI number 17. Beat Marquette, who, if people want to, people always, when they hear about like the New Mexicos and the San Diego States and the A10s teams, it's like, oh, they all have this like feeling of like, oh, well, what will they do against like, teams like in the Big East and the Big 12 and Big 10 anyway, but they beat Marquette, who's a athletic team who's always good, and they're not gonna make tournament this year, but in some of their losses, they lost to Kansas early in the season in December, lost to UMass, lost San Diego State. The most interesting thing about New Mexico is they're led by 3 players. Kendall Williams, who's a senior, who averages 16 points per game, 5 assists per game. Another senior in Cameron Barstow, who leads the team in points per game with 20 points per game, 7 rebounds. Both seniors. Kendall Williams with 16 points per game, Barstow with 20 points per game. Senior leadership. And their third best player, Alex Kirk, their center, a junior, who kind of plays like a senior, but 14 points per game, 9 rebounds. So their 3 best players are 2 seniors, 1 a junior. They play 5 of their 7 players. They play 5 of their 7 highest minute players are juniors, and seniors. This New Mexico team. Here's the most intriguing thing. They're in their last 23 games. They're 20-3. They're 20-3. So they started their first 10 games 7-3, but in the last 23, they're 20-3, and their 3 losses are a combined 7 points. And that's to UNLV by 3, who's a team UNLV, who's probably the 3rd best team in the Mountain West. At Boise by 1. It was a tough place to play. Boise's been very good the last couple of years. And at San Diego State by 3. So they're 20-3 in their last 23 games. The 3 losses combined 7 points. I saw this New Mexico team live at Cincy last year, and I was a big believer. I believe in my main bracket last year, I picked New Mexico in the Final Four. I think maybe I jumped the gun too early. And now this year, New Mexico, I'm going New Mexico. Now that they were ranked 20th. They won the Mountain West. They were 20. They're going to be in that probably a 3-4 seed. New Mexico, probably a 4 seed. That'd be my guess. New Mexico, Sweet 16. I'm saying every bracketology I've done so far, I've done Sweet 16, but I said they're going to Sweet 16, but that's because I really believe it. I'm talking about teams that maybe people don't know that much about, didn't get to see. New Mexico is a sleeper to go far. I picked them Final Four last year. I do that sometimes. I've done that in fantasy football and fantasy basketball. I see players a year too early. So this year, maybe this is the year. Kendall Williams, I believe in Kendall Williams. I love Barstow and Kirk on the block, both big guys down low. When you got 2 good big guys, 20-7, 14-9, and a guard, be careful. New Mexico Lobos, like I said, 20-3 in their last 23, and their 3 losses by combined 7 points. And they beat San Diego State today in the Mountain West Championship. Anyways, bracketology and New Mexico Lobos. Cheers.